So twice a year, students are put to the test under formal conditions. So all of those techniques that you've been learning for your particular grade are put under the microscope. So you're under pressure, the teacher and your peers are watching, examining every movement that you make. When it's your moment in the spotlight, you are worried about how well you're going to perform. What's the instructor going to think of you? Are you going to remember all of the techniques? It's tough. Along with the regular classes, I've just been cramming in as much training as possible, even going to extra sessions. And then just reading up on the requirements, taking notes, just getting it ingrained.
Chris is one of the most senior students in the dojo. In fact, to be truthful, he is the senior. And in that is when I first started teaching, Chris was in that class, and he came along and joined with myself. So he has been there from approximately 2005. So as you can tell, it's many, many years on, and he's been on the journey with me. He is currently going to be going for his third dan. There's a significant amount of work that he has to put in to pass this grade. And I'm pretty sure with all the hard work that he's put in over the years, he will be successful.
At the end of 2019, before anyone had heard of COVID and coronavirus, I injured my back. I was in absolute agony. I was close to tears with the pain. So I had a shooting sensation up my back and all the way down my legs, and I could barely move. Luckily, the painkillers did their job and I was able to regain some mobility, but it was a setback and I had to take 3 months out of the class to recover. So in the meantime, I just focused on what I could do, and that is taking some comprehensive notes. Being out for 3 months was a major setback, having to regain the flexibility and the mobility whilst at the same time managing the pain. And then COVID hit.
We're being diagnosed with COVID-19.
Amid this coronavirus outbreak,
all of the training then moved online with no in-person tuition. This is going to make it tough to get that physical feedback that you can only get in the dojo with a live partner, especially with a test looming. So it's been challenging getting back to full strength, and now this, not being able to see the teacher to get those one-to-one corrections. I know training day is coming up, so I'm just going to cram in that last minute practice. the day of the grading, but I know I'm going to have to wait until the end of the day until I'm actually assessed.
We are going to be looking at some of the throwing, which is called nagewaza, and we are going to be looking at some of the techniques with a short staff, which is called a hanbo, and we are also going to be looking at some basics from one of the schools called the Koto Ryu.
And then you guys are going to get tested on Gyokko and Koto Ryu. Like this. Keep them in close.
So the second technique we did on Saturday.
One of the students, Ashley, he went up and spent a weekend training with Wayne Waterloo in Brandon. I was unable to attend, and so what I asked him to do was to enlighten us all on some of the techniques that took place.
Here, and then you move off and strike down, and then you come up in montage to the bridge of the nose.
So he went through explaining some of the things that he could remember based off of the notes and the training that he did.
It was the first training session as a black belt after passing my shodan, and a little bit nervous.
Again, so you move off 90 degrees, covering the suba, so you're in line with the suba here. That's how you know that you have the correct distance. Then you carry to the arm. So he showed like this, so it was keriage, so you're coming up. And this brings the hand up, the arm up, and
he needs to be able to write down and remember and record the important points. He also needs to start learning about the specificities of each ryuha.
just up in here with the cheek. So, and it was like that. And he said,
yeah, pressure was on.
and he also elaborated that Sumaya Sensei got really low with the techniques to make them more effective. So this is the first one.
At Wayne's, we did the school of Koto Ryu, and we covered some like mutadori, which is against sword.
This is also from Sumaya class?
Yep. So you need to be underneath. So in that part of the movement, that's going to be wrong because they have too much leverage and you're not underneath.
And having to remember that and all the specific movements was quite difficult. Luckily, my notes helped me out a lot.
The word sensei means the one who has come before. I have had to do that as well. So I learned from my sensei, so the ones that come before, and I am able to record what they are teaching exactly and not some form of it. And then I need to then teach that to the students that are below me. So Ashley is on that path where he will enable at some point in the future where he can teach as well. But his notes need to be accurate. He needs to be able to show what he's learned.
Then come around, and it's important the choke comes on close to
The benefit of seeing other teachers is you get different perspectives, and then from there you get quite a well-rounded view, kind of like a almost panoramic. So you get one point in time, but it's only a part of it's a part of the bigger picture essentially.
Yeah, it's just
So in, and they said to go
1, 2,
side,
3.
and then
Yes. Yes.
I did that bit.
Yeah.
And
With Chris's grading, there is a lot of material that he has to cover.
So this is it, the moment has arrived. Am I going to remember anything? And more importantly, is my back injury going to flare up?
The schools that Chris needs to be able to do are the Koto Ryu, Gyokko, and the Kukishinden hanbo. He needs to be able to demonstrate from memory a certain number of techniques.
Which one?
It's going great. I'm being asked for the techniques. I'm just doing them from memory, one after the other, bam, bam, bam. Whether it's with weapons or unarmed, I'm just nailing it. I'm blazing through it.
Guys, watch it. Yes. Yes. Underkick. Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident.
And the other version.
And then my mind just goes blank. Like, I can't remember a thing. I don't know what the next move is.
How did you put it out? This is the problem of which we, I know that.
Guys, this is when you can laugh at him now.
Because that's the one.
Point the finger.
So it happened. Like many people before him, when put under huge pressure, you choke up. and he choked up.
It's like my brain is buffering. I'm frozen. I've got no idea what to do next.
Horaku, did you say?
Yeah.
Sorry. Horaku.
He completely blanked. He didn't know what to do. And it's not the first time and it won't be the last time.
This is why I have my head.
I wanted to say, this is how you do it. This is what you need to do. And sometimes you kind of you can give a little bit of a hint and a tip. Sometimes you can't.
This is so disappointing, so frustrating for me because I know I've put the effort in, but in that moment when I needed to perform, it just didn't happen.
Sometimes it's a fail. And sometimes you have to say, okay, you didn't get it this time, maybe the next time.
But I'm going to be positive. At least it's highlighted the areas that I now need to focus on. So I've got a goal. I know what I'm working towards.
You need to look at what you failed on. You need to go back and you need to get the clarification on that. Make your notes. What were the bits that you specifically got wrong? Even if you passed, you have to be truthful to yourself as well. Did you pass with flying colors or did you just make it? And if you just made it, what can you do to improve?